Hey, welcome to Film Fanatics. My name is Dan.
My name is Justin.
And I'm Joe.
And with us today is special guest Steven. Hello, Steven.
Hey, Dan. How's it going?
Big listener of the show, and we certainly appreciate that. And
thank you.
Welcome aboard. So this is our now third annual Oscar will win, should win predictions, and as well our top 20 redo, because obviously before the end of the year, sometimes we don't get to see everything, so there's maybe a few extra movies on our list, and of course, as special guest Steven, we have not heard his list yet, so we're not going to actually do a bottom 10, the three of us, because everybody pretty much knows, other than the Ridiculous 6, which we reviewed in January, to less than stellar reviews. I think that's pretty much set. So, Steven, why don't we start with you, and let's hear about your bottom 10 movies of the year.
Okay, well, I'm just going to dive right into it. Starting off at my number 10 is We Are Your Friends.
Justin hated that one.
I like Zac Efron. I thought he was pretty acceptable, but just not a fan of the whole broke entourage vibe to it. Where
It was.
Yeah, so I'm not upset about that.
Isn't broke entourage still entourage, though?
Pretty much. But,
True.
number 9 would be Hot Tub Time Machine 2.
That was on everybody's list, I think.
Horrible.
I was so excited for this movie. I loved the first one. I was a little disappointed John Cusack wasn't back, but I gave it a chance. I like Craig Robinson, so
I do too.
And I was the only person in the theater when I saw it, so on a Friday night. So that is
Wow.
something.
Speaks volumes.
Yeah. Number 8 is Terminator Genesis.
Ooh, that makes me
bad
happy.
I just was disappointed because they kind of eradicated the two good movies and just kind of was like, oh, we're going to redo the mythology
It's true.
and try to make it better for everyone, but
I'll be honest, I still thought it would be worse. I mean,
it could have been.
Most things
it
can
was
be
trying to
worse.
compensate for T3, which is basically a suicide mission, so.
Yeah.
Eh,
7 is Pan.
That was on Joe's bottom 10.
that's a terrible movie.
Yeah. In fact, that might have been your number one worst.
I may have been. Well, the fairies, man. Like, I mean, the plot holes towards the end of that movie just broke my mind.
Listen,
completely.
I'm just going to say, I love Smells Like Teen Spirit more than the next guy.
But why?
But why?
Why was that happening?
Exactly. So that's just awful.
As an aside news item, did we all hear that Rooney Mara now is saying, oh yeah, we shouldn't have whitewashed the Peter Pan movie?
Yeah, I read
Really?
that.
You were Tiger Lily. Don't accept the role then. If you
Yeah.
No, I was thinking, well, now I'm guessing she just was trying to promote it because at that point it was already filmed, it was coming out. Like, what could she really
You're
do?
technically under contract to varying degrees.
Yeah, she can't say too much against the movie, or there could be legal ramifications. So
Plus, like, bad-mouthing her own movie, like, would look bad on her part.
True.
So, I mean, now that, like, it's already come out and the fans have seen everything,
Yeah.
the end product of it, then
Yeah.
it was...
I mean, whitewashing is a problem, but that was pretty.
That was bad.
That was pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Number 6, The Gallows.
Ooh, Justin loved that one.
Yeah.
So much rage.
I just looking for a quick scare. Why not? This movie is just awful.
Quick snore.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I was checking my phone a few times in the theater. I'm like, let me just check and see what
And it's
time
a
it-
short movie too.
It's
It
very
really
short.
is.
But that's that. Ugh. 5 is The Boy Next Door.
Oh,
I liked The Boy Next Door,
Movie is
but
pretty dumb,
Justin
though.
hated it.
I-
Awful.
That was funny.
I don't know his name exactly.
Hot Kid Next Door.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hot Kid
I don't know
Next
his
Door.
name either.
His psychotic, angry face acting is so laughable. Like I couldn't keep a straight face when he's screaming like, "You will be mine. You will love me." It's pretty bad. The Lazarus Effect is number 4.
No, that was bad too. Joe didn't see that one. That was that horror movie at the beginning of the year, Joe.
Nope, don't.
Where they bring the dog back to life. Olivia Wilde's in it.
Nope.
Yeah.
No,
And
no idea.
who's the guy?
Evan Peters, Donald Glover. I don't know.
It's that guy who
The
shows up
lead
in like
guy,
every
though.
indie.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know his name.
Safety Not Guaranteed guy.
Duplass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was kind of like a throwaway to begin with, but the way I knew I wasn't going to like it was the fact that they just off the two people that made it for me. I'm like, oh, hey, so Evan
Yeah, they
Peters and
did.
Donald Glover. I'm excited to see him in a horror movie. Oh, they're the first ones to go?
Oh, wow.
Oh. And Olivia Wilde's the lead.
This is going to be a long movie.
All right, yeah. 3 would be the Fan-4-Stick, if we may call it.
Oh, well,
Shots fired.
that's a pretty bad movie.
I saw this on the opening Thursday night, first showing,
Oh,
with a
excited.
group of my friends, and we're just like, you know what? People give superhero movies crap. I'm going to go in being a lover of Marvel and Marvel like products and everything, and I wanted to cry. I just couldn't do it. So it was pretty bad. Gem and the Hologram comes in at number 2.
Ooh, yeah, that was bad.
It's pretty rough.
I took my sister to see that movie because she was like, "Oh, it looks so fun!" Like I'm like, "It's a kids movie, why not?" I wanted to gouge my eyes out.
Did she even like it?
No, she didn't like it. She was like, "Brother, can we just go see Kung Fu Panda when that comes out?" And I'm like, "Yeah," but
Oh, what's number 1?
rounding out at number 1, a redux, in my opinion, of The Heat, Hot Pursuit.
Oh, that was Joe's number 1. That was your
was
number
number
1. It
one.
was Hot Pursuit.
Thank
Hot
you.
Pursuit.
That movie was god awful.
I hated the movie Hot Pursuit. I was
really bad.
weaseled into taking a friend of mine to see Hot Pursuit. She's like, "Oh, I think Sofia Vergara is hilarious. She loved Modern Family." And I don't mind Modern Family. I think she's
Sure.
good on that, and it's fantastic. And I see this movie, and first things I'm thinking is, didn't this movie come out like 3 years ago? And then she's like, "No, that was Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy." And I'm like, "Oh, well, The Heat, Hot Pursuit, that's very similar to begin with."
True.
And Sofia Vergara is just annoying.
She was. And I like her, but
I like
she didn't
her a
do well.
lot.
No.
But, yeah, so that would be my worst of 2015.
Wow. All right. Well, that is a pretty solid list.
Not bad.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get to our best of. We're just going to go straight through 20 through 1 since, we already kind of did these. So, Joe, let's start with you and kick it off with number 20.
All right, we're going through them all quick.
Yep,
again.
just do them.
All right, well, a few minor changes to my list. We'll start off with number 20 was 99 Homes, otherwise known as Zod meets Spider-Man. But they both gave good performances. I thought it was a good look, and I enjoyed it greatly. Black Mass, Johnny Depp was great. Great gangster movie. 18, Paper Towns, because, gotta love those YAs. It's very similar to number 17.
Justin hates Paper Towns. He just shook his head.
I liked it.
I thought it was fine.
17, Me and Her Own the Dying Girl. Liked some of the drama there. Dope because it was dope. 15 would be Going Clear, which is a documentary about Scientology. It's very informative, enlightening. 14 was Ex Machina because effects. And good performances all around. Oscar Isaac can do no wrong, right? Yeah? No?
I love him.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
13 was Dark Places, Charlize Theron and Dark Thriller. Liked that one as well. 12 was It Follows, great original horror movie. 11 was Creed, basically best Rocky movie. 10 is The Martian. Overall, Matt Damon needs to be saved because he's lovable. We got to always save Matt
By
Damon.
virtue of likability.
A virtual likability. 9 was The Gift, just a really big surprising thriller. Enjoyed that one. 8 was Bridge of Spies, Tom Hanks and Spielberg Strike Again. 7 was Hateful Eight, great Tarantino. 6 was Straight Outta Compton, really underrated movie, should be getting more love. 5 was End of the Tour, really good. Look at this really interesting author. 4 was Mad Max, great direction, great action, great everything. And number 3 was Inside Out, Pixar. That's it.
Enough said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 was Spotlight, great ensemble. And number 1 was Brooklyn.
Very good. You actually reminded me of one that I had forgotten about that we just recently reviewed, so I just rejiggered my list a little bit. Kicked off Creed and The Final Girls. Both great movies, but not enough love for the final top 20, which starts with Ex Machina. Really excited that this got a screenplay nomination. Very, very daring. Number 19 for me, Straight Outta Compton. Definitely great ensemble, good music. Number 18, The Babadook. The horror movie that we reviewed early on this year. Technically a late 2014 entry, but we took care of it this year. Number 17, Kingsman, The Secret Service. The only one of my most anticipated from last year to make the cut. Number 16 is one we'll actually be reviewing on next week's show, and that is Bat Kid Begins, a documentary that we'll talk about later. Number 15, The End of the Tour. This is one Joe brought to us for Home Media Week, which I just loved. Number 14, a new addition to my list, is Carol. Thought this was a really excellent movie. One I was not looking forward to, but really hit the spot for me. Number 13, Amy, the Amy Winehouse documentary. Number 12, Sicario. Really, really hard stuff to watch, but a great movie. Number 11, Citizen 4. It's another documentary that we covered on the show. Number 10, Bridge of Spies. Happy to see this getting lots of Academy love. I don't think it'll get any awards, but I do like that it's nominated for a bunch of stuff. Another great Hank Spielberg collabo. Number 9, Joe, is the one you reminded me of, Going Clear, the Scientology film. Very, very eye-opening. Really, really well done. Number 8, Paddington. Cute and cuddly. Love that kid. And I've watched that a couple times. It definitely holds up. Number 7, Spotlight. Definitely the best ensemble of the year. Another one that's kind of hard to watch, but definitely worth it. Number 6, Love and Mercy. Fantastic movie about the Beach Boys with the dual roles. One in the 80s, one in the 60s, and certainly the best Cusack performance in a long, long time. Number 5, The Martian. Everyone loves to save Matt Damon, so why not do it again? Number 4, Inside Out. Pixar, what can I say? Good Dinosaur was all right, but Inside Out was phenomenal for this year. Number 3, Mad Max Fury Road. Joe, I'm with you on there. I mean, George Miller brought us a really excellent trip here. Number 2 for me is Room. Just another powerhouse, hard movie to watch, but really, really worth it. Great performances. And number 1 for me remains Brooklyn. Justin?
All right. Kicking it off with number 20, Love and Mercy. Very, very ambitious biopic, and I honestly do believe it was robbed of not only supporting actress nomination, but also sound editing for this one.
Yeah.
Number 19's the only new one for this list, and that is The Revenant. I mean, fantastic revenge story, and I think it's very possible that we could see Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu take it home again. Number 18 is White God. Very, very strange movie, but I absolutely loved it. Number 17, Kumiko the Treasure Hunter. Also a very strange movie, but thoroughly enjoyed it. Nice homage to Fargo. Number 16 is one I'm sure Joe's going to love with a red hot fiery passion. That is Starred Up. Never gets old.
Yeah. That's
Great prison drama.
It's acceptable.
Number 15 is Creed. Great Rocky movie, and I'm sure it's the future of this franchise is incredibly bright. Number 14, The Wolfpack. I love these group of kids. I'm hoping someday we'll get a follow-up to this movie, and I honestly really appreciate the way they conveyed their love of movies this way in terms of their horrific situation. Number 13, Mr. Holmes. I'll be honest, Ian McKellen was also on the, I can't believe he was snubbed for this list. Just a great take on Sherlock. Number 12, The Stanford Prison Experiment. Great biopic about a truly, truly horrifying experiment. Number 11 is The Martian. Ridley Scott finally pulls it off. Number 10, The Gift. Joel Edgerton is a bright upcoming director.
Definitely.
Number 9, Tangerines. Great anti-war film. Number 8, Spotlight. Great ensemble piece. Great
Keaton.
Topic.
Yeah.
Keaton is amazing. Is there anything else to say?
No.
Number 7's Mommy, which I think is an incredibly underrated foreign film. I am kind of sorry that was snubbed for 2014, but it is what it is. Number 6, Inside Out, Pixar. What else is there to say? Number 5, Animals, homelessness and drug addiction. Really, really intense stuff, but great storytelling. Number 4, Phoenix. Probably the best foreign of the year. Number 3, Beasts of No Nation. Completely robbed from the Academy Awards. I don't care what anyone says. Number 2, Room. Long live the forehead. And number 1 is still Mad Max Fury Road.
All right, well,
Okay, well,
Steven, we have not heard from you yet, so obviously we'll go a little more in detail with some of yours.
Okay.
Take your time, yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, a lot of mine will be, of course, branching off yours. Coming in at 20 is Black Mass. Now, Dan, you originally heard me put this a lot higher on my list.
Yeah.
But I had to take a step back. There are a lot of other films that I appreciate a little more than this. I think Johnny Depp was robbed.
I do too.
Of an Academy Award nomination.
It was very good.
I think the only problem with this movie is the fact that I don't think the film itself can keep up with Depp. 19 will be Jurassic World. Just switch it up a little bit. I believe this is a great example of taking a dormant, stagnant franchise and just injecting some life and energy into it in the right way. Genesis, Terminator. And actually putting it on the right path. 18 is Legend. I had to go out of my way to see this film and everything, but I mean, I love Tom Hardy, and hey, double dose of Tom Hardy, nothing wrong with that.
Why not?
Exactly. 17 is Trainwreck. Very, very anticipated film for me this upcoming year. and I was very excited going into it and was not disappointed. And I would say that yes, it was a little bit more on the dramatic side than I thought it would be, but that's not a bad thing. It was,
No, I thought they handled it well.
It handled it really well, and LeBron James. That's all I can
Yeah,
say.
true.
Is LeBron James.
What about John Cena?
And Cena.
And Cena. 16, 99 homes. As you said before,
Zod Spider-Man.
exactly. But that's all I have to say. And at first, I mean, the first viewing of this, it was a little tough to swallow, and I'm glad I sat through it though. I was on the verge of just kind of
That's a good one.
Unsettling, yeah.
15. It Follows.
Ooh.
Very,
Good choice.
very, very out of left field. Had no idea about this movie,
I'm following you, man.
and I heard from a friend that it was fantastic, and I should go check it out. So, boy, was I very pleased and disturbed at the same time. Did not sleep for a week. Okay, 14 is Dope. Why? Because it's dope.
It
Thanks.
is
It
dope.
is dope.
No argument there.
13, Trumbo. I love Bryan Cranston coming off of Breaking Bad and whatnot. I will say that the film at times, if you are an average moviegoer, may be a little boring at times, but the payoff of this movie is very well received for myself, and I think it's a great watch. Just if you love Cranston, if you love Golden Age of Hollywood and such, it's great. 12 will be Ex Machina.
Very good choice.
I think this is one of the most original scripts and original concept I've seen in a while. I mean, it's not the whole concept, but the way that they
Portray it?
yeah, entirely. It was beautiful. It was nothing I expected. 11 will be Creed.
What a movie.
What a movie!
Yeah, I was sad to have to kick this off my top 20.
This is the kind of movie I could watch before I get out of bed to go work out or go to work or something, and be you know what, I'm gonna take on today. All right. 10, Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Ooh.
All right.
I
Somebody had to say it.
I had to. It just broke the bottom of my top 10, which I'm gonna get some crap for.
Pretty low, yeah.
Yeah. Listen, Star Wars, love it. It's great. Was it a great movie? Of course. Is it Oscar and award worthy? I don't think so. I think, is it a fun movie?
I agree. It's probably not worthy of
No, I mean,
Oscars love.
no,
but...
it's very fun to watch. Will I watch it when I get it on Blu-ray? Of course. Am I gonna hey guys, I got Star Wars. We gonna watch it?
Yeah.
But not so much awards. 9, don't kill me for this, guys. Mad Max: Fury Road.
A little low.
No, that's fine. It's in the top 10. I think it's
gonna
good.
say,
Yeah, it made me the
As long
top
as
10.
it's upper tier.
Hey, Justin didn't put Brooklyn in his top 20, and that's our number 1. So
That's true.
I think we can
That's true.
accept Mad Max at 9.
That's
That's
correct.
all right. That's all right.
It's the top 10.
George Miller does a great job just coming back as director of this franchise, and I just loved it. I did not see any of the previous Mad
You know what?
Max,
I hadn't either, and I still haven't.
and I watched the first one maybe 2 months after I saw this movie, and I'm just like, wow, that's definitely an upgrade. It was something. Number 8, Room.
Yeah,
Room.
good one.
Yeah, I will say that this is one of the best movies, one of the best films I've probably seen in my life. It's well acted, well directed. The cinematography and the way of the direction that they take this film is beautiful. I will say it's a little low on my list just because of the fact that I don't think that this is a film that I myself can rewatch very often or would want to at that matter, which I kind of take into accountability for these. 7, Straight Outta Compton.
Well, that is a great one.
Straight Outta Compton, I do believe, was robbed of a Best Picture nomination. And when I say this, I mean this in the sincerest way. But I believe that movies like The Big Short, which I do not care for at all.
None of us can believe that The Big Short is nominated for so many things.
I do not care for The Big Short at all. And if I wanted to watch a show that is shot in that style, I'll put on Modern Family or The Office. That's all I'm going to say. So I'm not going to waste money and sit there for 2.5 hours and be belittled and acted as if I'm...
B- from Joe.
I didn't like it that much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think a B from me.
I don't know. I just didn't like how
around
it
the
made
same
me
for
feel,
Justin.
you know?
Yeah.
But I think Straight Outta Compton definitely could have been up there, and even if it wouldn't have won, I don't think it would have won anything. It could have been up there for nomination. The guy who played Eazy-E,
Well, he was easy.
He was good.
Yeah, Jason Mitchell.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I think
absolutely.
I think he could have even been nominated for a Golden Globe for actor or something. I don't know. It was fantastic.
It was very weird how good it was.
Number 6, Inside Out.
Good one.
Pixar does it again and makes me cry
Always.
always.
Miserably.
Enough said about that. Number
Go.
5, The Martian.
Yeah. My number 5.
Yeah, I mean, I have to go with The Martian. I believe this may be my best film of this year. I'll tell you why. Because this is a film I can watch and always feel good afterwards from start to finish. There's like rewatchability about this movie that I can't say with other movies.
Yeah, I've seen it so many times.
Yeah, and I don't think it gets old for me. I'm so interested in
I'm with you with that. For my own personal enjoyment, I would say The Martian is my favorite movie of the year.
Okay, yeah.
I'm with you on that.
Okay, number 4 is Brooklyn. Dan,
thank God.
Dan,
Yeah.
well, Dan was on me for the longest time.
Right, you wouldn't think you'd like it. You would going into it, probably.
I'm not gonna lie. I was so just kind of like I don't know about this movie, and I sat through it, and I told everyone about it. I was like, "Hey, have you seen Brooklyn?" And everyone was like, "You mean that chick flick about
The Irish woman?"
Irish woman?" I'm like, "Listen,
Watch it.
I know what you're thinking. Go see it right now." And I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's probably bad for our business, but I kind of persuaded someone who was coming to see a movie at our theater who wanted to wait to another time. I was like, "Oh, you want to see Brooklyn? Yeah,
Well,
Great
they
Escape has
should.
it. You should go see it."
I feel like this was, my favorite movie last year was Chef. That was my number 1 on the list. And same thing with this year. I told everybody about Brooklyn that I
You told me about Chef. You took me to see Chef.
I told everybody about Chef.
Yeah, Chef.
And then they told people, and
Chef
then they
was
told
my
people.
first movie
Chef
I
spread.
saw at Regal with Dan. Dan was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, let's go see Chef." Chef, and I'm like, "All right." Came out of the theater not only very hungry, but
I know, I should have told you to not come on
Yeah.
an empty stomach. But that was Brooklyn for me this year. I told
yeah,
everybody about it.
exactly. Number 3, Spotlight. Ensemble, fantastic. I will say that it was kind of a slow build at the beginning, but everything paid off, and I was very pleased with how the movie unveiled and everything about it. Number 2, a little low, I thought, on Justin's list, but The Revenant.
Ooh, nowhere near my top 20.
I know. Hear me out on this.
Yeah. People love it.
I do believe that this should and will be Leo's year. I was enthralled with every moment of this movie, even though it was slow at times, and certain times, I wanted things to build a little quicker. I completely understood why they took their time with it and took the liberty to draw the story out and take the liberties that they did with the actual ending and such of this film. Are you guys actually familiar with the book and how...
Joe actually read the book.
I actually like the book
Yeah.
a lot.
I actually read the book after seeing this film.
Pretty different.
It's pretty different, and I actually enjoyed the liberties that they took, so that's it for Revenant. And my number 1 film of the year, I am a stone cold Tarantino lover, so I have to go with The Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight's very good.
I love this movie. Fell in love from the beginning of the overture and traveling to Philly to see it in the 77 or
70 millimeter.
70 millimeter. Just in love with it from start to finish, and the whole entire drive home. Like, can we go back and see it at the 10 o'clock showing? We should do that. Yeah. And when we got it at our Regal, I saw it another time. Then I've seen this movie at least 5 times now.
Wow.
And it's not a short movie, as you guys know.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's like 3 hours.
Yeah, and it's just my favorite movie of this year,
Good choice.
or the last year, and I will own The Hateful Eight the day that it comes on Blu-ray, Steelbook and all.
I was gonna say, knowing you, Steelbook for sure. I think many, many great movies on there.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's move into our Oscar picks. We do the big 8 categories, which are the 4 acting, the 2 screenplays, and then Best Director and Best Picture. Justin, let's start with you, and we'll do both the screenplays together. You've got original screenplay and adapted screenplay. Who do you think will win, and who do you think should win that category?
So for original, I think Spotlight should win, but Bridge of Spies will win. And for adapted, I think Brooklyn should win, but The Martian will win.
Wow, interesting. Okay, well, for me, I think that I don't think Bridge of Spies has a chance, like I said, at winning anything. But I think Ex Machina actually should win original screenplay. Like we talked about, I think it's the most inventive film of the year. I think Spotlight will win. I don't know if Spotlight's going to get anything else, so I think that may be their imitation game for the year. Hand it off to Spotlight for screenplay.
That's depressing.
For adapted, I'm with you. Brooklyn should win. I'm intrigued why you think Brooklyn should win screenplay.
Just because it wasn't in my top 20 doesn't mean I don't think it wasn't well written.
Okay. Interesting. I think it should win because it's an amazing movie and everything about it is great. I think The Martian could also win, and I'd be fine with that too. But I think The Big Short, unfortunately, will win this category. Steven, what do you think?
Well, I think that for Best Adapted Screenplay, Room should win. And for would win or will win, I think Room will win.
Oh, okay.
For Best Original Screenplay, I think that Ex Machina should win, but I think Straight Outta Compton will win.
Ooh, interesting.
Hopeful.
I think this just
Because of the Oscar So White
Oscar So
stuff?
White.
Well,
Okay.
Those blacks
Is the
have a good
voting before or
screenplay.
after the nominees were announced?
No, they nominate. The top nomination getters
Yeah.
are announced, and then people vote based on the nominees.
Okay. Yeah, I was debating Straight Outta Compton as well, but I wasn't 100% sure if Oscar So White would have influenced that or not due to not knowing that information.
Yeah, I just think that probably will take the cake just because I feel that.
But how sad is it that the people nominated for Straight Outta Compton are white? That's why I don't
It
think...
doesn't really help the problem.
It doesn't help
Well, that's right.
the
It
issue.
was written by white people.
Right. It was written by whiteys.
It was.
Yeah.
And even so, that's still like a tally mark in the black corner.
It is.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
a black-related movie.
All right, Joe, what are
Well-
your thoughts on screenplay?
I'll start with the original. I think Ex Machina should win because you're right, Dan. Just in terms
Yep.
of like the complexity for science fiction, we need more of that. But I think this is fine too. I think Spotlight will win. For adapted, I mean, Brooklyn should win.
Obviously.
But I actually agree. I think that The Room will win.
Ooh. All right, Justin, let's go back to you for the supporting categories.
All right. Well, we'll kick things off with Best Supporting Actress. I think Rooney Mara should win for Carol, but I think, although she's not nominated for the right movie, Alicia Vikander for The Danish Girl will win. In case you or our listeners were wondering, it should definitely be for Ex Machina. But for Supporting Actor, I think Mark Ruffalo should win for Spotlight, but Sylvester Stallone for Creed will win.
Well, I think Alicia Vikander should and will win for The Danish Girl. She was the best part of a subpar movie, in my opinion, an Oscar-baiting movie, in my opinion, but she was the standout. And you're right, she was good in Ex Machina as well, but look, you can only be nominated, I guess, for one movie a year. Maybe that's not a rule, maybe that's just what happens, but she was great in Ex Machina and the four other movies she was in this year, but I'm fine with Danish Girl. For supporting actor, I think Mark Rylance from Bridge of Spies should win, and Sylvester Stallone is the clear frontrunner here. I think he will win. I don't think he doesn't deserve to win. I think, though, performance by performance, Mark Rylance was better.
Yeah, without a doubt. For Best Supporting Actress, I think she should and will win Alicia Vikander. I believe she was the best part of an Oscar baby movie. And I think for Best Actor in Supporting Role, Mark Ruffalo should win for Spotlight.
Ooh.
But we are all going to go with who we think will win, and we know that is our good friend Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, I think he's one of the locks this year. Joe, how about for you?
Well, for Best Supporting Actress, I actually think Jennifer Jason Leigh should win for Hateful Eight.
She did a great job.
Like Daisy Dahmer do. But I'm in agreement. I think Alicia Vikander will win for Danish Girl because she was really the only particularly great thing about that movie, in my opinion. But for Best Supporting Actor, I think that Sylvester Stallone should and will win for Creed.
All right, Justin, how about for Best Director?
Oh, your favorite.
I think Tom McCarthy for Spotlight should win, but as my revised top 20 might imply, Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu for The Revenant will win.
Well, I agree that Iñárritu probably will win, and that's my pick for that. But I think George Miller for Mad Max should win. I thought this was a very, very innovative way to make a film, and I think that if Iñárritu doesn't take it, I think Miller will for similar reasons as Sylvester Stallone. I think there's a nostalgia there with the Mad Max franchise.
Absolutely.
Okay. I myself believe that Tom McCarthy will win for Spotlight, but I would like Alejandro G. Iñárritu to win for Revenant.
All right.
Well, I think that George Miller should win for Mad Max, but I think that Alejandro will win for The Revenant.
Okay. I could see Spotlight getting it as well.
I could see
if they
that.
don't want to give Inarritu 2 in a row.
That's what's
That's sort of
driving
the
me
only
mind.
that's the only thing that I'm like not sure on, because I think McCarthy obviously did a great job.
Yeah.
All right, Justin, let's go to actress.
Well, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by this one, Dan. Saoirse Ronan, I think definitely should win for Brooklyn, but
If
There
if it should win for best screenplay and best actress, that's a pretty good one, I would say.
I mean, Steve Carell did a great job in The Big Short. That doesn't mean I think it was a wonderful movie.
Yeah, but I don't think you're going to say he should win an Oscar for it.
I'll be honest, if he was nominated, I wouldn't throw a hissy, but to give,
I would.
because
I wouldn't.
I would.
If they're going to
because
nominate
if-
him
if-
over...
No, if they're going to
I'll
nominate
be
him and
honest.
have him win for anything, it would be for his role in Foxcatcher.
Yeah, he was better at Foxcatcher than Big Short.
I'm not contesting that. I'm just saying if they chose him instead of Christian Bale, I would have been okay with it.
Yeah.
Well, obviously. Christian Bale was the
Didn't really
worst
do
of the supporting actor nominees.
I'm in the house.
Absolutely.
But to
Drumming, man.
get back on track, but who will win, I think, is a very easy lock. Brie Larson.
Well, I think Brie Larson will and should win this category. I love Brooklyn, obviously. Saoirse Ronan did a great job, but Brie Larson is outstanding in this, and it was a very, very hard role to pull off, I think. Steven?
I think Brie Larson will and should win for Best Actress in the Leading Role. I think Saoirse Ronan is beautiful, and that trust me, I was a little torn for this because
I just think it's an easier role to play.
it is. And without a doubt, I myself have not seen Brie Larson in other films, like in a dramatic setting other than this. Going into this, I thought, the 21 Jump Street girl.
Yeah.
And I
Trainwreck.
saw this.
Scott Pilgrim.
Trainwreck. Yeah, and
See Short Term 12.
Definitely.
That was on all of our top fives a couple years ago.
All right.
Joe?
Well, I think Saoirse Ronan should win for Brooklyn, but I think Charlotte Rampling will win for 45 years.
Really?
Dark
Okay.
Horse, all right.
Yeah, Dark Horse. All right. Well, Justin, how about for actor? I don't know if we're going to have any discrepancies on this one, but we'll see.
All right, well, I will take the wild haymaker for the
Oh,
should win.
Here we go.
jeez.
Oh, no.
Bryan Cranston for Trumbo should win,
On.
but it is Leo's year. The Revenant, he will win.
He will and he should. Revenant is not in my top 20, but he has been nominated many times and probably should not have won for who he's up against. Jamie Foxx and Ray, come on. Can't beat that guy. No. The other people he's gone up against,
McConaughey.
Dallas Buyers Club, McConaughey, let's be real. But The Revenant, this was a great role for him. It really showcases his dramatic chops, and he should and will win.
I'm right there with you. Leo DiCaprio should and will win for The Revenant. Hands down, this is his year.
Yeah.
If he does not win this,
There will be rioting in the streets. If he doesn't win.
I do not know what I would do personally. I will come into work the next day with like a Leo patch on my shirt and like hashtag Oscar so white and hashtag Oscar against Leo.
Like seriously, what did you do to anchor these people?
The
Exactly.
two standing ovations this year are going to be when Sylvester Stallone wins and when Leo wins.
Exactly. And when I storm the stage.
Well, yeah. When you storm the stage because Compton. All right, Joe.
Well, I mean, is it obvious? I mean,
Danish Girl, right?
well,
Oh, clearly.
I think that Eddie Redmayne should win for the Danish Girl, but Fassbender will win for Steve Jobs.
That's right. That's right.
No, Leo.
I thought you were serious.
No, that's because I'm a pretty decent actor.
Right,
No,
right.
But
no,
not as good as Leo.
no, which is why Leo should and will win. And if we are living in a reality where at this point the Oscars don't understand the backlash of will win, I will be legitimately angry and I will say something. I will rant for like 20 minutes on my YouTube channel because I will legitimately be angered.
In the words of White Chicks, I'll write a letter.
I will. I will write a letter to the Oscars. I
Minor deduction for
will get-
quoting a terrible movie, but well made.
that's. I can't describe how livid I would be.
I think, other than Oscar So White controversy, I feel like the controversy of like give Leo an Oscar.
Lately.
I mean, they made a video game the other week about it. Like
That's pretty cool.
everyone knows the guy needs it, and this is the movie.
Yes.
I mean, Cranston was good, Justin, but come on, let's be serious for a
Hey,
moment.
Let's be real.
I'm just saying though, if Leo was not to win, and if we're in a world where he will not win, I will second that. I would want Cranston to win.
Yes,
We'll be good
over
if Cranston won, yeah.
You're right. Over everybody else. I mean, you know,
Maybe Matt
I
Damon.
like Matt Damon a lot, but
Does it really?
it wasn't a better performance than Cranston or
He's
DiCaprio.
playing Matt Damon.
For sure. He is playing Matt Damon
Yeah.
on Mars.
On Mars. It's the only difference.
All right. Well, I think one of the biggest question marks of the night is going to be picture. There's about 3 or 4, I think, that have a shot.
thought it was
Justin,
hard.
what are your thoughts? Who should and who will take it?
All right. Well, I think Room absolutely should win, but to take a huge shot in the dark, I think Spotlight will win.
You know what's interesting? I think Brooklyn should win, of course. Best
Obviously.
movie of the year. But I'm actually with you. I think Spotlight is going to win. Steven?
I think The Martian should win.
Okay, I'm with that.
I think, I don't know, I just gonna throw it out there. I think The Revenant's gonna take it.
It's very possible.
I think that just
There's discussion about it.
I just feel that
Oh,
this,
yeah,
this might just
obviously.
take it. I don't think that he might win. If he doesn't win director, then he'll get the picture. If he gets the picture, then someone else gonna get director. That's how.
Well,
swap
you know,
something.
that screwed me last year on Boyhood because I thought,
thought-
Boyhood was going to get one and Birdman was going to get the other, and then Birdman took both, and I picked the wrong one.
I picked
Yeah.
I picked Boyhood last year as well too.
Joe, how about for you?
Well, I also, of course, think Brooklyn should win. I thought it was a fantastic movie. But I think The Revenant's going to win,
Okay.
actually.
Very interesting. 2 Spotlights, 2 Revenants. I know we all did not care for The Big Short, but that is apparently a strong contender for
I don't
Best
know
Picture.
I was going to say,
Entertainment Weekly, you know, put that as the odds-on favorite, so
Must be bribing somebody.
it's possible.
theoretically.
Just saying.
I think it's
if
sad.
this movie were to win, the Oscar So White would just skyrocket because that
It
is
would.
that is by
Of
far
all the movies,
The
I think that's
whitest.
probably
Whitest
the
movie.
whitest one.
like at least The Revenant has Indians and Native Americans.
Yep.
Like
True.
Like come on.
Yep.
Like
Spotlight's got Mark Ruffalo very tan.
very
Yep.
tan.
He's Italian.
Yeah.
It's not right?
I actually didn't know if he was white for a while. Mark
Brooklyn doesn't
Ruffalo.
have-
Brooklyn at least has like different
Brooklyn has
ethnic
Italian
backgrounds.
Yeah.
ethnicities.
well,
Room's
Yep.
pretty white, but
Mad Max is very
Room is
diverse.
pretty white, but there's only like
Mad
4
Max
people in
is
the movie.
all- Mad Max is
So,
Australian.
so it's not entirely their fault.
yeah.
Yeah, Mad Max is-
Aborigines.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I don't know, Bridge of Spies, pretty white.
But it's
Russians.
It was.
There were black
but
people in the
Russians
50s.
it's
again.
Tom Hanks
Again,
though.
like
It's Tom Hanks.
Wait.
Brooklyn. There's a lot of different race relations going on
But the
there.
thing is, Tom Hanks is like America's like most beloved actor.
He
Like,
is.
So
Doesn't
like,
matter.
No one sees color when they see Tom Hanks
yeah, exactly. I mean, like,
because Denzel fought for him in
That's
Philadelphia.
right. That's right.
Okay.
Civil rights.
I need you to know, Dan, all I'm thinking right now is Tom Hanks stars in Glory.
I'd be fine with that.
yes.
I would be fine with he could do anything.
If you can march up the right hill.
All right. Well, we'll be all surprised and sad if The Big Short wins, but it is a possibility. I think more so than certainly Bridge of Spies and some of these other ones on here.
That surprises me.
Yeah. But all right. Well, Stephen, thank you for joining us. I hope you had a good time.
I did. Thank you guys for having me here.
Yeah. Great.
Welcome.
Great insights.
Anytime.
Yeah. And listeners, let us know your thoughts. Oscars is in just a few days if you have some thoughts on that. And, of course, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel here. Check us out on Facebook, Film Fanatics with an exclamation point, and the Twitter feed at Film Fanatics Pod. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you back here next time.